Hello and welcome in this new tutorial. Today I'm going to give you some info about how to shot a good snapshotting world. I will suggest you the best settings for the green screen photography. First of all, let's go into the preferences. Quality must be set on ultra, like that. Shadows must be generated by sun and moon plus projectors, like that. But the most important setting is the object and sculpt load, because that one, because this will change how you see your avatar and your clothing, but also in case you are doing word photography with landscape, the way you load what is around you. It must be set on 4. I show you what happened if I lower it. Books outside. So it must be on 4. Now let's switch tab and go in the hardware settings. The anti-aliasing must be set on 8 here, but to see it you need to relog. You can set it before logging in, as I did, or you can set it now. Then when you finish to set all the options, you go on OK, and then you relog and you will see it. This will make the edges of the objects and of the avatar really smoother, and it's a really important settings for to have good pictures. The last tab we are going to take a look is the rendering. Here we are going to see the quality of the shadows. That must be on 4, otherwise they will look very bad. So this is really important. Here you can find also a very useful option, that is the render glow here. If you put the strength on 0, you won't see anymore the glow on the objects. Many times I made picture to no modify jewels, for example, that had the glow, and it was looking very bad in my wing light, so I found this solution to avoid it. We can now apply all the changes made and click on OK. Step 2 is about the wind lights. I'm going on sky. I was on default now. For the green screen, I did please suggest you to use a very plain wind light, because that won't change too much the color, and it should have not too strong lights and not too strong shadows. Keep in mind that you will have to recreate them in Photoshop on the pre-made background, and this is not easy. So I can suggest you the Astralia avatar option to wider, that one, especially for the beginners. If you're going to do a close-up, you can use it how you found it, because it is very good for close-ups. Instead, if you're doing a full body picture or an half body, you have to go on add some moon color and make it a dark gray, like that. This way, when you are going to move the day timeline and the east angle to make shadows and lights, the shadows and the lights won't be too strong, like that. Now I want to introduce you also a very useful UD, that is Anypose. I will link you the marketplace store that sells it in the description of the tutorial, so you can buy it if you want. This is a very useful hood that lets you manage the eyes of your avatar or of the avatars nearby in case you're taking a picture to someone else. It permits you to animate also the face with expressions, but I don't really recommend it because it's a feature that won't be nice in your picture. Okay, sorry, forgive me, they rang at my door. Anyway, I was saying about the animals. You can go on Puppet. In this window you will have all the options. In this case you can click myself if you want to animate your eyes, but if there is someone else nearby, their names will appear there and you can click them normally. So I'm clicking myself, and you can see that way I'm blocking eyes to the front or also on the sides, but also up and down or the mouth. Okay, that's the crazy moment. However, I'm going to block my eyes on the front. Now I want to say something about how to zoom. This can probably seem weird, but I saw some horrible stuff around, and I want really to spend 1 minute about talking on zoom. When you zoom, always use Control 0. Never use the wheel of the mouse, or the avatar will look distorted, especially if you lock your camera on the background. I'm doing an example. I'm going to zoom with the wheel of the mouse. I lock the camera on the background and I do that. Look at my face. I saw many pictures in blog shotted with the wheel. That looks horrible. So please zoom with Control 0. I'm doing an example. I lock my camera. Let me change 1 moment. I lock my camera on the face of my avatar and then I click Control 0, and the zoom will be really good and even closer. So please stop use the mouse wheel to zoom. Zooming, after you zoom with Control 0, you can reset the camera view with Control 9, and you will be again as you were before zooming. And that's it. But I wanted to say another thing about the zoom, really the last one. I promise. When you have to put a background in Photoshop, you will find online only frontal backgrounds. This means that you have to try to shot always with a frontal angle view of the avatar, or you will have problems in Photoshop. That's what I mean. I'm going to do always a Control 0, even if I'm doing a full body, because it helps me. And then, that way, I'm not frontal. I'm doing from down. That way, I'm not frontal. I'm doing from up. If I want to do a correct snapshot for the green screen photography, I'm going to shot that way because I'm frontal. My angle view is frontal, and the background I will add in Photoshop will be frontal, and I won't have problems. Furthermore, I'm going to tell you that if you're not really good in putting the background in Photoshop, I really suggest you to start with half body pictures and then try with full bodies. But only when you are very good and experience it, you can try layer sitting poses, because it's really difficult to find some backgrounds that permits you to be in a sitting pose or laid or whatever. So that's it for now. I hope it was helpful, and I'm going to do soon another tutorial now that I have my loved Camtasia. I'm going to do another tutorial, probably how to make a skin definition in Photoshop, and also, but I'm not sure when, about how to put the background in Photoshop. So watch this space.